Welcome to my Vision News. Breaking news for you from the Oromia region of Ethiopia, where religious tensions have been ongoing since the announcement of appointments by three archbishops who made some appointments that led to start of a conflict. A splinter faction in Oromia has emerged and shots have been fired in Shashemene. At least three casualties are being reported in Shashemene city at a church where hundreds went to a church to stop the taking over of churches in Oromia by the new splinter faction led by Abone Sarios, who fired at the Orthodox believers in Shashemene city. How many were injured? What led to the start of this confrontation in Shashemene? What happened last night? Firstly, viewers, we know that three archbishops led by Abone Sarios, Evastatios and Xenomorphos, they made appointments of 26 bishops in Oromia and other parts of Ethiopia. Archbishop, the Patriarch, Holy Synod rejected the appointments, and they separated this new group as an illegal group within the Orthodox Church. Their titles revoked. The splinter faction revoked titles of Holy Synod archbishops in return. And then we saw start of battle between the two groups in the Oromia region of Ethiopia. That since the start of this conflict, the splinter Oromia faction is trying to take control of diocese in Oromia. They started from Valaga. They have taken control of almost all areas in East Valaga, West Valaga, in Jimma as well. They have appointed new bishops who are in control of church territories, church premises. And yesterday, Orthodox Church announced to move the court. They filed a case at Federal High Court to stop this group from taking control of churches in Oromia. The case will be heard on Monday at Federal High Court, where Orthodox Church wants direction passed by the court to Oromia police, Oromia regional government, to stop this group led by Abone Sarias from taking control of churches in Oromia. But before Monday, a lot is happening. Before Monday, the new faction will try to take control of other dioceses like in East RC, West RC, Harage. That is what is happening. In Shashemene, which is in West RC, Oromia forces have fired at Orthodox believers. At least three casualties are being reported. An unknown number of people have been injured. It happened at St. Michael's Church, which is in Shashemene. There are three big churches in Shashemene. And Protestants, Orthodox, Muslims all live in Shashemene. Amharas live as well. Amharas are predominantly Orthodox in Shashemene. So what happened? Why did Oromia regional police fire at Orthodox believers in Shashemene? Last night, RC zone bishop was arrested, Abone Yaret. And residents of diocese general manager was surrounded by security forces. He was arrested after midnight. And later, reportedly, he was sent to Addis Ababa. Released, but sent to Addis Ababa. Like we saw in Jimma, that Jimma diocese archbishop was arrested a few days ago while he was planning to invite Abune Matthias, the patriarch, to inaugurate a church. But Oromia police arrested him and he was packed and sent to Addis Ababa. Same happened in RC, East RC, where Abune Yared was arrested and he was then packed and taken to Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. Why? Because since yesterday, efforts have been ongoing between the two factions to take control of main churches in Shashamane. The archbishop was removed from Shashamane, but calls had already been made to Orthodox believers to come to churches to protect them. It was being said that the new group was going to take over churches. That is why Orthodox believers should come to the churches to protect them. And people then started flocking to these churches. At St. Michael's Church, we saw a confrontation between security forces and these Orthodox believers, Orthodox followers. They are not armed with any firearms, but some were seen armed with sticks. We have received limited footage so far. The footage shows some people armed with sticks as well. Now, Oromia forces then used force. They fired at these Orthodox followers to stop them from taking control of St. Michael's Church in Shashamane. That led to this deadly confrontation. 3 casualties are being reported so far in Shashamane city. No statement from the government. That is what was being feared, that this religious conflict could lead to bloodshed, and that is happening. I said that when it started, that if better sense did not prevail, it would lead to bloodshed, and that is what is happening. The two groups are fighting for control of churches in Oromia, and people are now being used, you can say, and they are confronting security forces. Will security forces be able to control the situation, or will there be a start of protests in Oromia or in Addis Ababa, in Amhara? That remains to be seen. The two groups are now face to face, confronting each other. Before Monday, I personally think that Oromia region-based faction led by Abune Sarios will try to take control of as many dioceses as possible. East RC, West RC, Harage, they will be taken over. At least effort will be made to take over these dioceses in coming hours. Meanwhile, in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital, last night, rumors were spread that Abune Sarios was going to come to Holy Savior Church to deliver a speech. So people then started rushing towards the church. They surrounded the church to prevent Abune Sarios from reaching the place. I don't know if he arrived there or not, but videos are being shared showing people at Holy Savior Church. It was being rumored that Abune Sarios was coming to the church to take control of it, like we're seeing in Oromia. So you see that tensions are running high. The religious elders, Ethiopian government will have to behave responsibly. Otherwise, this could lead to start of a fire which will burn all. I would say that if this religious conflict spreads, it would lead to serious instability. I've been saying that people said, Sajid, nothing is happening. You're just exaggerating things. The two sides will resolve the issue. But you see what is happening now. 3 killed, reportedly. And of course, there would be several injured too. And this is start of the conflict. Believe me, it is start of conflict. This is the time to intervene, because if it spreads, things could get out of hand. It could be a serious issue for the government. We'll try to keep you updated about what is happening in Shashamane. So far, police is trying to disperse the crowd. Police is in control of the church, St. Michael's. It does not want Orthodox followers who are loyal to Abune Matthias faction, not to Abune Sarios faction. These protesters, these followers, they were called by Abune Matthias-led faction. Police is stopping them from taking control of the St. Michael's Church. Try to update you in coming videos. 2 clips for you. One is from Shashamane, where there was firing at Orthodox believers, Orthodox followers by Oromia forces. Second one is from Addis Ababa, where last night People surrounded a church to stop Abu Nisarios's visit there. For the two clips, thank you for watching.